This is going to be a reaction to Jordan B. Peterson, Professor Peterson, who just uploaded a video called Message to the Muslims. Now, I can't get my head around someone who has that many degrees and is respected that much on an academic level, on a philosophical level, about modern day governing systems and religion and the world and history, can be so ignorant to think that he can tell Islam, a religion that is 25% of the globe. We're talking almost 2 billion people who have scholars beginning from 1600 years ago that he could never match in memory, capability, any kind of ability in eloquence or anything. Gone through all of that scholarship, all of that history, and then has the ignorance, the arrogance and the pomp to tell Islam to stop fighting with itself and to unite with the Rawafid, Shias. He doesn't even have the intellectual ability to know that Islam and Shiaism, Twelverism, Rafidism are two different religions. News for you, Mr. Peterson. Iran and Islam are two different religions, okay, Mr. Professor with PhDs and master's degrees? And you have the arrogance to tell us how to think and what to believe and to unite with the other people of the book and claiming that we're at war with them, trying to finesse us, playing the role of the slave master. You, my friend, are suffering from superiority slave master syndrome. You don't have the right to tell anyone how to think, anyone what to believe, especially 2 billion people. And believe me, we have millions of more smarter Muslims than you. They will make you look like a Dumbo in the back of the library, mate, before you think you can talk about Islam and two Muslims the way you just have. So regardless of all your academic achievements and all the so-called respect that has got to your ego and raised yourself up with your fake humbleness, you expose yourself. You clearly expose yourself. You, sir, have just sounded like Donald Trump. That's what you sounded like. You remind me of the colonizers of India who used to have the Muslims fighting against each other. That's what you sound like. You've done yourself such a disservice. And based on those conversations with Muhammad Hijab and Hamza Yusuf, you clearly displayed that you don't know anything about the religion. So once you have admitted yourself, based on your questioning, that you don't know anything about Islam, who are you to tell us who we should unite with? Do you not understand that Islam worships the Creator? The Rawafid worship the creation. No. Is that not, was that too smart for you, Mr. Professor? And stop fighting with the Jews and the Christians. Is that what we're doing, are we? So all of these problems were not created by the Balfour Declaration and the Sykes-Picot Agreement. No, you're not smart enough to know that these are conflicts. These are conflicts created by tyrants and aristocrats who, as arrogant as you are, thought they could go around the world and colonize everyone, draw borders like a child's nursery paper and take whatever they want, land grabs here and there, pit this one against that one, put this tyrant here, put this slave there, put that slave there, make them all fight each other. But somehow that is Islam fighting the rest of the world. You're not very smart, are you? Me as a layman, I'm telling you that. You're not very smart. And you just did yourself a big disservice. You sounded like a right-wing chimpanzee. And any Muslim who's praising this man, any Muslim who is watching him and has been watching him and praising him and agree with him, you, sir, are still a slave. You're still a slave and you suffer from Stockholm Syndrome. You are agreeing with your oppressor. He's telling you that you're a barbarian, you're an animal, that you're ignorant, you're stupid and you're killing each other. And you're sitting in the comment section agreeing with him. Subhanallah. You know what comes to mind? Al-wala wal-bara. You do not take the non-Muslims as close friends, protectors and advisors, let alone advising you in your religion. Slowly, slowly you start praising them. Slowly, slowly you get closer and closer to them. And what do? Message to Muhammad hijab as well, and Hamza Yusuf. You was getting the prospect of peace and all of this. What the hell are you talking about? Do you not know your religion? Use hikmah, right? Say the right thing in the right time in the right place to the right person. Well, that person just used you, gained your following, and then stabbed you in the back. Always remember al-wala wal-bara. Just because you're giving dawah, it doesn't mean you go underneath him and you give him dawah from the bottom, like the slave that you are. Because that's what you did in those videos. You were sitting there almost like you was getting interrogated by a solicitor about your religion and how you have to prove that your religion is acceptable to him and modern day norms and his norms. No, your way of life is not acceptable to us. Our way of life is superior. Islam has the solution to humanity, financially, legally, politically, small, micro, macro matters. You name it. Our religion is superior. Our way of life is superior. And this intellectual bozo, arrogant fool had to at least admit that. He admitted that everyone is seeing our light and coming to us. Do you not understand? اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Guide us to the straight path, Islam, the path of those you have favored, us, the Muslims, the prophets, the Salihin, and do not take us on the path of those who have earned your wrath, the Christians, and the Jews, and those who have gone astray, the Christians. Don't take your deen from these people. Don't ever let these people tell you how to live your life. You're not a slave. They're not the slave master. You, Jordan Peterson, you're a joke. Assalamu alaikum.